Good morning. I feel very feeble on my feet because I'm in the midst of some of the best brains from India, from the United States and other countries in almost every field. My task is simple and difficult, so I don't want to make any mistakes. I do not really know what the protocol is. I will start thanking in order in which the name appears. So, firstly I would like to thank my friend, my colleague, Professor Raj Kumar. Actually, you can see what he has done, although he has got support from others and so many people present on the dais, but what he has turned out in 1 year is truly something amazing. I have visited in the recent months, Hong Kong, Australia, and now Canada. I find that we are known very much in these places. We are on the world map. Osgood Hall is so keen to have collaboration with us on research, on faculty exchange, student exchange, and doing joint supervision. This is not a mean achievement by any standard for any institution in just 1 year. When I come to next person, Professor Peter Schuck, I have known him for some months and it seems he is one of us. I find it quite artificial to thank him. He has become a part and parcel of us. He wears sometimes kurta and pajama. I feel he has got the wrong color. Mr. Naveen Jindal, actually before I left Hong Kong, I heard about him. I haven't known about him much. I had a few interactions and I must say I like him not only for what he has done as a philanthropist for this institution and 7 other institutions of this country, but also he is a very fine person. Sometimes he is tough, but when I reflect upon it, it's a very kind and benevolent heart behind his toughness. What he wants, we achieve. We create something international. I really, truly admire a person like him. And what he has created is a monument for this nation, which will get a pride of place in due course. Dr. V.R.P. Moily, our Justice and Law Minister, I have also known him a few times, and what really impresses me is his thirst for having the excellent education in this country, especially law education. I am particularly interested in knowing what's happening about conferring voting rights on non-resident Indian. I am myself an Australian citizen, but I am no less Indian, probably more Indian than others. Mr. Salman Khurshid, our corporate minister, actually I like his simplicity and is truly impressive when I look at it. And I noted today, actually I was writing down some points while I was sitting there, that he was a fellow at the Trinity College, Oxford, and also a lecturer there. This is one of the best institutions in the world, and our minister has been there. I'm very proud to know that. Thank you for coming, sir. Our Chief Minister the Honorable Mr. Bhupender Singh Hooda, I have read a bit about Haryana, and I learned that it is one of the fastest growing states in this country, and perhaps it has overtaken Punjab, from which it was carved out. So thank you, sir. I also want to mention that when I visited his home and office, I saw there the photograph of my wife's grandfather, the chairman of the Constituent Assembly and the first President of India, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, with his father. So I feel a great affinity with him. Thank you, sir. Professor Richard Levin is my first meeting with him, but he is known all over the world for his vision to create a world-class education and provide all financial other kind of support that can be afforded. Thank you, sir. Dr. Sahani has worked, he doesn't need an introduction to you. He's the head of general education. He has worked with us hand in hand. In fact, sometimes I have sat with him and put tapes on the boxes in which we have put student materials and publicity material. He's very keen to see us develop. Unfortunately, he's not here. His plane was delayed by 6 hours, and I think he's just here, but he will not be able to join at this session. Then I also want to thank some of the legal luminaries like Professor Madhav Menon of this country, Professor Upen Bakshi, who have been associated with us, our legal advisor, Mr. Julian, Mr. Ashwini Kumar, who is here, and Professor M.P. Singh. One person I would like also to mention, whose name has been forgotten, is Professor Raj Kumar's wife, Pratibha Jain. She is there. She is head of legal section. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, because I only know her as Pratibha, of Goldman Sachs. And it's really great to see her here. It's not possible for her to take so much time off. And also I'm thankful to her for allowing Raj to work as much as he does for this institution. One other person I would like to mention is Mr. Rahul Srivastava. He's sitting there. He represents, he's the CEO of LexisNexis. He represents that publication in this country. He has provided us a very good grant, $750,000 rupees, to organize all these functions. Thank you, Rahul. Finally, I come to thanking a number of people. I'm sorry I cannot thank everyone. It will take too much time. But let me mention some names. Our faculty members, our Vice Dean of Business, Professor Michael Barnes, our Vice Dean of a new school of International Affairs, Professor Sriram Cholia. I also would like to thank Anbhuti Barni, who is the head of communications here. All our assistant deans who have worked very hard to put this thing together, all research associates, all associate professors, assistant professors, and our registrar, Mr. Aman Shah, our Assistant Registrar, Mamta Sharma, and members of the office. In particular, I would like to thank a few people, and that will include Neha Gupta, who has done day and night to put the things together. Lastly, I want to mention our students. Our students, they are our customers. They are doing immensely well. There was an Australian delegation last year, and our students were so proactive, they asked a number of questions. I have known Australia because I worked there for a number of years. A very renowned professor from ANU, she comes to me and says, DK, they look like our students. So you can see what they have done in 6 months and 8 months. They have taken part in all kinds of activities and they have done very well. So I would like to thank them for their presence and participation in this conference. My apologies if I have forgotten anyone, and I think I need your wishes and good wishes for a good conference, and the Yale University in particular has been very supportive, and everyone from there I would like to pay my tribute. Thank you.